Hello, welcome to Indian Masterminds. I am joined today by a very distinguished guest who has not only been a civil servant himself, but has also been training a number of civil servants. He is none other than Dr. Sanjeev Chopra, who a 1985 batch IAS officer of West Bengal cadre, and who has also served in two different stints, the Labasna, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, Mussoorie. So, a warm welcome to Indian Masterminds, Dr.
Thank you
Chopra.
very much. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Dr. Chopra, I first wanted to know कि जिस आपका पहला दिन था लवास्ता में, when you joined, so how was it? What was the experience?
बहुत बढ़िया experience था. I mean, we got off the Mussoorie Express से निकले और बहुत लोग थे हम. All of us were traveling together to Mussoorie. So I think I remember there was a bus which the academy had already arranged for us. तो हम बस में बैठ के मसूरी गए और फिर हमारी रूम अलॉटमेंट हो गई. And then we started making friends, because a lot of us were from JNU, a lot of us I knew from Punjab. So it was a good thing. I mean, first day, of course, we were very connected to those whom we had studied with. And fortunately, there was a large contingent of JNU students who had joined the academy at that time. So we were walking around, up and down, looking at the beautiful Himalayas, running around to get your registration. Excitement was in the air.
Yeah, was it more joy or apprehension?
No, it's absolute joy. There's no apprehension because the apprehension is till you clear the exam. After the exam is cleared, there is no apprehension.
And sir, since you have had such a long career in Indian administrative services, so which is the stint which you always liked, which you enjoyed?
It's a very close call because I've enjoyed almost all my stints. I mean, my stint as the academy has been absolutely wonderful. I enjoyed my stint as Secretary Industries in Uttarakhand. I enjoyed being Secretary Agriculture in the state of West Bengal. I enjoyed being a Joint Secretary Agriculture. So, I mean, I have enjoyed all my stints, but I would say the crowning glory would be the director of this academy.
And what is that one stint you like to forget? उसमें मज़ा नहीं आया?
No, I wouldn't say कि किसी चीज़ में मज़ा नहीं आया, but I would say कि जब मैं CEO हिमुल था तो उस समय थोड़ी क्राइसिस थी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में और उस समय I was about to become district magistrate, so there was this wish कि अब जल्दी DM बन जाए. So the last 1 year as CEO हिमुल was perhaps the time when I felt कि अब बहुत हो गया, I should become a district magistrate. But on the whole, I've enjoyed every stint. I won't say there's been in fact, I've gone on record saying that there is not a dull moment in the IAS. तो ऐसा कोई phase मुझे नहीं लगा जिसमें ऐसा लगा हो कि I'm not enjoying it. Personal reasons के लिए when I was the additional chief secretary in Bengal, my father was not well and he was in Kapurthala. So that was a bit of a strain because I had to come home every fortnight to be with my father. उस समय थोड़ा problem हो रही थी मेरे को because naturally at that stage it is not very easy to take leave also. But that was the point of time when I felt that it was a bit of a challenge.
Sir, since you said you liked the stint in Labasna the most, तो हम viewers को ये बताना चाहते हैं कि लबासना का जो फाउंडेशन कोर्स है वो कैसे क्यों बनाया गया, कैसा उसका स्ट्रक्चर है और क्या पर्पस है?
The name foundation course itself describes what it is supposed to be. The reason why the academy came up and the reason why the foundation course came up was that till the academy came up, the training of different services was being held in their respective academies. तो ये बात बड़ी क्लियर हो गई थी गोविंद वल्लभ पंत को जब वो होम मिनिस्टर थे कि सब सर्विसेज की ट्रेनिंग जो है वो इकट्ठी होनी चाहिए. That is why when the academy when the IAS training school was shifted to Mussoorie, That is the time when all the services began to be trained together.
तो लेकिन सर, ये जो फाउंडेशन कोर्स है, इसमें आप ये मानते हैं कि जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जो कैंडिडेट्स हैं, जो एग्जाम पास करके आए हैं, उनको ऑफिसर्स में कन्वर्ट करते हैं?
नहीं, देखिए, ये कन्वर्ट शब्द जो है स्टूडेंट से ऑफिसर, वो थोड़ा आई मीन आई एम नॉट कंफर्टेबल विद दीज वर्ड्स
जी।
इसी आगे हम यूज करते थे द वर्ड प्रोफेशनल, आजकल तो हम कहते हैं ऑफिसर ट्रेनिंग।
यस।
प्राइमरीली वो ऑफिसर बन चुका है, लेकिन अब उसकी ट्रेनिंग हो रही है, इसलिए हम उसको ऑफिसर ट्रेनिंग कहते हैं। और ऑफिसर ट्रेनिंग का मतलब ये है कि उसको हम एक एक्सपोजर दे रहे हैं कि गवर्नमेंट कैसी है, हाउ डज द गवर्नमेंट रन। और गवर्नमेंट, एसेंशियली गवर्नमेंट क्या है? गवर्नमेंट इज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ पीपल, therefore to be able to get along with people, the ability to communicate, the ability to listen, the ability to work in teams, this is what it is to run a government, because after all, government bhi kya? Government is a set of rules which have to be implemented by people, and therefore we have to be comfortable with everybody. So that is what the foundation course does. It gets people together, it puts them in different situations, it takes them on treks, it takes them on village visits, it gets them participate in various programs, and that is how the feeling of fellowship, the feeling of kinship, the whole aspect of the spirit, the core, that develops.
जी सर, how much do you keep the officer trainees busy?
No, they're busy all the day. I mean, from morning till late at night, they're busy. Because the purpose is not to, I mean, the point is that a lot of the activities which the officers do, there are two types of activities. One is compulsory activities, but the other are the optional activities. And I think officer trainees spend a lot of their time on optional activities. I'm preparing for a play, for example, preparing for a skit, organizing debates, organizing, events in various clubs and societies, whether it is social service or whether it's editing a magazine or whether it is, organizing informal matches or even the formal tournaments. So a lot of it is also officer driven and done by the officers themselves.
And how does it help them molding into an efficient officer or efficient team player?
You see, most important thing is that after all, when we talk about teams, when we talk about anything, the essential thing is trust, friendship and fellowship. हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में 3 शब्द हैं बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट
जी।
वो शब्द हैं, उसमें एक शब्द है फ्रेटर्निटी का।
राइट।
फ्रेटर्निटी कैसे डेवलप होगी? फ्रेटर्निटी इज डेवलप्ड ओनली व्हेन पीपल वर्क टुगेदर, ओनली व्हेन दे आर इन द सेम एंड सिमिलर सिचुएशंस, ओनली देन फ्रेटर्निटी विल बी डेवलप्ड। सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट लिबर्टी, इक्वालिटी एंड फ्रेटर्निटी, the fraternity is the aspect which the academy facilitates by ensuring that there is an esprit de corps, by ensuring that everybody has a similar experience. So if it's a trek, it's a hard trek, everybody is in the trek. If it's a village visit, everybody is there together. So it is that feeling of togetherness and the feeling of fraternity which we try to create in the academy.
Sir, and do they attend classes?
ऑब्वियसली क्लासेस तो होंगी, जब अकेडमी है तो टाइम टेबल भी होगा, क्लासेस भी होंगी, असाइनमेंट्स भी होंगी, ग्रुप वर्क भी होगा, ग्रुप डिस्कशन भी होगा, उसके बाद एवेल्युएशन भी होगी, उसके बाद ग्रेडेशन भी होगा। सब तो स्वाभाविक है, मतलब चीज़ें तो अकेडमी में होंगी।
सिलेक्शन के बाद भी पढ़ाई जारी रहती है?
आई वुडंट कॉल इट पढ़ाई इन दैट सेंस, मतलब थोड़ा सा एकेडमिक इनपुट्स चलते रहते हैं, वो चलते भी रहने चाहिए, बट इट इज़ नॉट स्ट्रेनुअस। It is more to do with group work, more to do with group learning, more to do with with looking at problems or looking at difficult situations in a collaborative manner.
So, say India Day, Parents Day, there are the number of events during that 3 or 4 months foundation course. So it looks like after the strenuous studies, so they are given a fun time.
I would not use the word fun time.
Yeah.
I would use the word it is a time in which they are relaxed, and a time in which they can look at themselves, and they can look at make new friends, and do a fair amount of soul searching, do a fair amount of working together. That is what I would say. A fun time is not. I mean, it is nice. It is relaxed. It is good. It is enthralling. It is inspiring. But to put all that in terms of fun and frolic, would perhaps make it sound as if it is.
Diluted.
You're not really getting the sense of it.
Yeah.
Academy is not a place for fun. It's a place where people get together. Yes, people come together. It's not a tense atmosphere, but it's a relaxed academic learning environment.
Right. And so one thing I wanted to ask, these officers, if they get into say IRS or say defense accounts or into say even IPS, they tend to give the exam again and again to improve their ranks. So do you feel it is justified if they have improved their ranks, so they leave their earlier position? So are those positions filled by from the reserve list?
Naturally, they're not filled, because once the results are announced for a particular batch, that is the result of that particular batch, right? So then those vacancies would move on to the next year. So if there are, say, some seats in the IPS, let's say that 180 people were selected for the IPS, of whom say 35 to 40 have made it, then this will move on to the next year. It is not that somebody from down below, because this allotment has already been done. So you've been allotted a particular service. So if you don't join that service, then that vacancy moves on to the next year.
So, आप लबासना के डायरेक्टर रहे हैं, और ऐसे जैसे इस बार टॉप 5 में 3 लोग IPS थे और IPS से वो IAS हुए हैं. तो ऐसे हमारे पास और भी एग्जांपल्स हैं. एक सज्जन है जिन्होंने 4 बार लगातार क्लियर किया डिफरेंट सर्विसेज में. तो हर साल वो फाउंडेशन कोर्स में आते होंगे?
नहीं, हर साल नहीं आते हैं. फाउंडेशन कोर्स तभी होता है अगर आपने क्लियर कर लिया है कि आपको एक सर्विस ज्वाइन करनी है, नहीं तो आपका फाउंडेशन कोर्स जो है वो डेफर हो जाता है. और कई बार इनफैक्ट आजकल तो जो लोग डेफर करते हैं उनका ट्रेनिंग, उनका जो FC है वो यहाँ फिर हैदराबाद में होता है, यहाँ गुड़गांव में जो स्टेट ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं उनके अंदर एक इट्स कॉल्ड द स्पेशल फाउंडेशन कोर्स, उसमें होता है. मसूरी एकेडमी में वही आते हैं जिनको फाउंडेशन कोर्स के बाद सीधा किसी ना किसी और ट्रेनिंग एकेडमी में जाना होता है.
सर बहुत से ऐसे ऑफिसर ट्रेनीज होंगे जो इस तरह के एटीट्यूड से आते हैं कि अरे हमने तो सारा देखा हुआ, वी हैव सीन इट, वी हैव डन इट ऑल. तो ऐसे लोगों से आप कैसे डील करते हैं?
नहीं, इसमें हमें डील नहीं करना पड़ता. उनके जो कुलीग्स होते हैं वही उनको सिखा देते हैं. देखिए, एकेडमी की जो लर्निंग है, जो एकेडमी की ट्रेनिंग है, इट इज़ मोस्टली ड्रिवन बाय द पीयर्स देमसेल्व्स. दे आर अंडर ऑब्जर्वेशन. और जब आता है आदमी तो लगता है कि भाई मैं अकेला थोड़ी हूँ, इतने लोगों ने एग्ज़ाम क्रैक किया है. वो तो सिर्फ एक छोटे से शहर में, एक छोटे से कॉलेज में होता है ना कि भाई इस पूरे शहर से 2 या 3 या 4 लोग ही सिलेक्ट हुए हैं. Then they feel that they are very different, they are very superior. But once you come to a place where 600 people have cleared the exam, then you are one amongst the 600. Right. So there is nothing, and then you realize कि आपसे पहले भी हर साल 600 लोग थे, आपके बाद भी 600 लोग आएंगे. तो yes, you are special, you've achieved a lot, but it is not that you are somebody exceptional. You've not come from Mars. आप इसी धरती के हैं, इसी धरती में आपने संघर्ष किया है, इसी धरती के आप लाल हैं, आपने संघर्ष किया, आपको कामयाबी मिली. आपको ये भी रियलाइज़ होता है कि बहुत लोग इस साल कामयाब हो गए हैं जो पिछले साल कामयाब नहीं हुए थे. ये तो हर साल ही होता है. हमारे बैच के टॉपर डॉक्टर प्रभात कुमार 83 में IPS में थे, 84 में आई मीन ही कुडंट इवन क्लियर द प्रीलिम्स, 85 ही वाज द टॉपर. और ये हर साल दर साल होता रहता है कि बहुत लोग जो उन्होंने पिछले साल प्रीलिम्स नहीं क्लियर किया होता वो अगले साल टॉप कर लेते हैं. ये तो होता रहता है. तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि जब आप इतने बड़े जब ग्रुप में आते हैं, साथ में बैठते हैं, साथ में ट्रैक करते हैं, देन यू रियलाइज़ कि ऐसी कोई चीज़ नहीं है जिसमें आप हमेशा अव्वल होंगे. अगर कोई बहुत अच्छी घुड़सवारी करता है
जी,
तो वो शायद वो क्लासरूम में अच्छी डिस्कशन नहीं कर पा रहा. जो क्लासरूम में बहुत अच्छी डिबेटिंग कर रहा है वो शायद विलेज विजिट में नहीं इतना कामयाब. जो आदमी बड़ी अच्छी माउंटेनियरिंग कर रहा है, जो आदमी एथलेटिक्स मीट जीत रहा है, वो शायद बिलियर्ड्स नहीं खेल पा रहा है। यू नो, तो हर आदमी की अपनी स्पेसिफिक एबिलिटीज़ हैं, अपने स्पेशल स्किल्स हैं, और कोई आदमी हर चीज़ में तो नंबर वन नहीं हो सकता। ये चीज़ बड़ी क्लियर हो जाती है कि इतनी एक्टिविटीज़ हैं, इतनी एरियाज़ में आप अपनी अपनी जो शोहरत है उसको दिखा सकते हैं। और कुछ लोग बहुत बढ़िया प्लेस करते हैं, कुछ लोग बहुत बढ़िया गाना बजाते हैं, कुछ लोग अच्छे स्विमिंग में बहुत अच्छे हैं, कुछ लोग साइकिलिंग अच्छी करते हैं। तो दी एकेडमी इज़ वन फोरम वेयर यू गेट एक्सपोज टू a variety of things, and then you realize that some people are good in something, some people are better in other things, so it's okay.
आप इतने लंबे समय तक पहले डिप्टी डायरेक्टर थे, बाद में डायरेक्टर भी हुए एलवासना में, तो आपको लगता है कि जो उनका ट्रेनिंग मॉड्यूल है उसमें किसी चेंजेस की ज़रूरत है? और इस
देखिए, चेंजेस होती रहती हैं, चेंजेस हमेशा से होती रहती हैं। जब हमने एकेडमी ज्वाइन की थी 87 में, तो पहली बार हमको दिखाया गया था कि ये कंप्यूटर है, इसमें ऐसे इनपुट होता है, ये होता है। नाउ इट्स बिकम वेरी स्टैंडर्ड। आई मीन नाउ आज की डेट में अभी एआई, चैट जीपीटी, इन सब चीज़ों का सिलेबस में नहीं है, लेकिन और 2 साल में एआई विल बिकम अ टूल ऑफ गवर्नेंस। सो नथिंग इज फ्रोजन इन स्टोन। हम कोई उनको क्लासिक्स नहीं पढ़ा रहे हैं, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट गवर्नेंस एज इट शेप्स अप, एंड बिकॉज गवर्नेंस इज चेंजिंग, because the expectations of the stakeholders from governance is changing, because many new specialized agencies are coming up, because many new technologies are coming up, because many new policies are being enacted. Therefore, training will change. I mean, training in terms of inclusion. I mean, for example, POSCO Act, or sexual harassment at workplace. ये आज से 40 साल पहले हमको नहीं कराए जा रहे थे, but now they have become part of our administrative things, right? So changes will take place. No training institution worth its name will be cast in stone. They will continue to evolve, they'll continue to develop, and that's the beauty of it.
So what are the changes do you propose, especially about the ethics part, morals?
देखिए, मेरा ये मानना है कि ethics जो है, ethics is not something which only a select number of people in society can have. अगर हम ये मान के चलें कि सिर्फ 180 IAS और जो 200 IPS, लेट्स से कि जो हमारे 400-500 लोग अगर यही एथिकल हो जाएंगे तो सुधार हो जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता। एथिक्स इज वेरी मच अ पार्ट ऑफ द सोसाइटी दैट वी लिव इन। Therefore, just to think that you will have some ethical IAS officers, some ethical IPS officers, and with that the society around us will change, I will have a different view. I think systems will have to change, and systems are changing. You see, बड़ा सिंपल सी चीज़ है। अब जैसे यूनिवर्सलाइजेशन जब किसी भी चीज़ की होती है, चाहे वो PDS की यूनिवर्सलाइजेशन हो, या MG नरेगा की यूनिवर्सलाइजेशन हो, या अब हेल्थ कार्ड सबके लिए बन गए हैं, तो ऑटोमेटिकली करप्शन और डिस्क्रिशन जो है वो कम हो जाएगा। करप्शन, डिस्क्रिशन, they are all linked to each other, and there is also the supply-demand mismatch. So ethics plays an important role, but to think that by ethical individuals will be able to change society without changing systems, I have a little doubt about that.
UPSC exams brings out a pyramid of candidates. At the top are the IAS, then IPS, then IRS, and then other services, and few marks separate them. So do you think it is
देखिए, इसमें ऐसा है कि इसका कोई और solution नहीं है, and it is not really, I wouldn't really call it a pyramid, I'd call it a layered system. You see, and ऐसा नहीं है कि there is not much difference in marks. जो आदमी जो टॉप करता है और जो आदमी जिसका, there is not much difference. There is not much difference. And I think as things are evolving, ये जो हमने भी एक बना रखा है कि जो सिर्फ IAS ही सब कुछ करती है, no, it is not like this. The country, the nation, governance is something in which everybody works together. So you cannot run a good district if you don't have a good rapport with the IPS. We'll not get our salaries unless GST collection goes up. I mean, unless the projection of the country is good. I mean, India needs to be represented everywhere. Do you think that the person who is representing India in the Security Council, or the person who is our ambassador outside, or the person who is collecting taxes for us, for that matter, even officers from the Forest Service who are preserving our wildlife, or protecting our forest fires, everybody contributes to the making of this nation. So this whole notion that it is only the IAS which will run the country, that also is not it's a very it's not true in the real sense of the term, because the whole truth is that everybody has to work together.
But sir, there is always an IS officer at the top of every service, whether it is Home Secretary or Finance Secretary
I think there's also a little confusion about how do we understand the role of the Secretariat and how we understand the role of the Directorate.
Ji.
You see, just because you are the Secretary, what is the job of a Secretary? The Secretary's job is to ensure that the budget of that particular department is passed, that the Minister is assisted in answering his replies to the Parliament. It is for the Directorate to implement the decisions of the government. That does not make the Directorate any way inferior to the ministerial position. So I think we have, we also try to unnecessarily create an issue out of a non-issue. It's a storm in the teacup. Every job is important. Every job is significant, and at various points of time, different jobs, different profiles come to the fore.
Does your love for literature emanates from your say studies? Means you did your graduation in English literature.
Yes, I have always been fond of reading. Always been fond of reading. I do not think at any point of time after a particular age have I been seen without a book in my hand. I've always been very fond of books.
So there are thousands of other issues which we wanted to speak to you, but the time I think doesn't permit us to continue this conversation any longer. Maybe we'll catch up again some other time, maybe at your place in Dehradun.
Oh, certainly, that would be lovely. You can come to the Wow Cafe, जो हमारा literature festival है, Valley of Words. So we have a little cafe there. We have a library. So to all our viewers also, you're most welcome to come and take a look at our Wow Cafe, take a look at our library, read some books, and continue the discussions.
And I hope our audience also liked the conversation as engaging and as interesting as we did. And thank you so much, Dr. Chopra, for giving us your valuable time. And I'll request viewers to watch this interview and maybe subsequent interviews also. They'll be as engaging as this one was. And stay informed, stay curious, and keep watching Indian Masterminds. Thank you so much.